Hi, my name is Akankshya Upadhyay and I am your English instructor. In today's class, we will be learning about how to describe a place or an object which is in the 11th unit of our English book. In this chapter, we will be focusing more on talking about present tense rather than describing an object, because once you know which tense you use, we can very effectively do it. So let us begin. Let's first put down the topic here. Describing an object or a place. Talking about present. So we will be focusing on the present tense. So there are various forms of present tense. First, present tense. Let us look at the first form, which is simple present tense. The simple present tense. We use simple present tense to talk about the actions that can be a hobby, which includes hobby, habit, or a daily event, etc. Basically, we use simple present tense to talk about something happening regularly in the present. For example, first let me write down we use simple present tense to talk about something that's happening regularly in the present. For example, I play football. Another example, Akankshya often record classes for grade 9. One last example, we always see our mother in the kitchen. So these events are regularly happening in the present. That's why we are using the simple present tense like play, record, see. These are the simple present tense. Now we will look at the use of present continuous tense. The use of present continuous tense. We use present continuous tense to show that something temporary is happening in the present. To show something temporary is happening in the present. It's in motion. It's actually happening at this time. For example, I usually go to school, but today I'm at home as I am not feeling very well. So here's an example. I usually go to school, but today I am at home as I am not feeling very well. This is a temporary action as I go to school regularly, but today I'm not able to go to school because I'm sick. I'm not feeling well. We can also use present continuous tense to express the idea that something is happening now at this moment. To show something is happening at this moment, right now. For example, I am writing. I am writing at this moment. He is learning. This is happening in the present. Right now, I am writing and you are learning. So, we use the present continuous tense. It's happening at this moment. Let me take you to another example. He is not swimming right now. Now we can see the use of now, where now could refer to any point of time within this second, be it today or this year or this century even. We mean now by stating these point of time. and so on, and so on. So if we write, he is not swimming now, we either mean he is not swimming at this moment, at this second, or it also means he is not swimming today. So here, now refers to these phrases. We can also use present continuous tense to say something in near future is happening. Use to say something in near future is happening. For example, I am meeting my family after school. Let me take you to another example. He is not going to Mangal Bazaar today. So here we are talking about the near future. As I'm saying that I am meeting my family after school. After school is when school ends today. So when the school ends today, I am meeting my mother, my father, my family. He is not going to Mangal Bazaar today. Today is a near future. So he is not going to Mangal Bazaar today. In the near future, he is not going to Mangal Bazaar. We're using the present continuous tense. Now we'll see the use of present perfect continuous tense. We're going to learn about present perfect continuous tense. We use present perfect continuous tense to show something started in the past and has continued till now. We use it to show something started in the past and is still continuing right now and has continued till now. For example, she has been eating for 10 minutes now. Or maybe she has been eating for the last 20 minutes. Akankshya has been recording the classes since October. Or another example, one last example. We have been waiting for Sita over 2 hours. So this is present perfect continuous tense where we use has plus been or have plus been and the ing form of the verb. So she has been eating for the last 20 minutes. The eating work started 20 minutes before, that is started in the past and is still continuing because she is eating right now as well. So we use the present perfect continuous tense. Another example, Akankshya has been recording the classes since October. Akankshya started recording the classes from October and she is still recording the class. So we use the present perfect continuous tense. These events started in the past and we are still continuing that. That's why we use the present perfect continuous. The last example, we have been waiting for Sita over 2 hours. It's been 2 hours before we started waiting for her and she has not come yet. Sita is not still present, so we have been waiting her. We're still waiting over 2 hours. We use the present perfect continuous tense. We can also use the present perfect continuous tense without stating durations. Notice that we stated the duration 20 minutes since October or over 2 years, but we can avoid that. We can use the present perfect continuous tense without mentioning the time durations, by just saying that I am sleepy. I am sleepy. This is an example of present perfect continuous tense, present perfect continuous tense, without stating durations. Without stating durations. Please note that we cannot use the continuous forms of non-continuous verbs. For example, have. Let's take a verb have. We cannot be used with non-continuous verb. It cannot be used with the non-continuous verb, which is have. So I'll give you an example about what to avoid. So here's an example. Let us consider a statement. Ram has been having the farm. The sentence the example Ram has been having the farm is absolutely incorrect, as we do not use the continuous form of a non-continuous verb. Have is a non-continuous verb, and adding an ing to have will be incorrect. The correct form is Ram has had the farm maybe for 2 years. This means Ram still has the farm for 2 years, and we use the correct form of have by stating had and not having. This is an incorrect statement, and this is a correct statement. Now this is present perfect continuous tense. We just looked at the present perfect continuous tense. Now let us look at the present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. Present perfect tense is used to say that an action happened at an unspecified time before the current time. We use the present perfect tense to show that an action happened at an unspecified time, before the current time. We never use present perfect tense with specific time expressions such as yesterday, 1 year ago, etc. So don't use present perfect tense with specific time expressions. So this is never preferred. Avoid the use of phrases such as yesterday or 1 year ago with the present perfect tense. So please remember this. We use this tense with unspecific expressions such as ever, never, once, already, yet, several times, etc. So make the maximum use of unspecific time like never, ever, already, yet, several times, etc. So let's look at an example. Some examples. I have seen the movie Darpan Chhaya several times. Here, you are saying that you have seen. This is the present perfect tense. You have seen the movie Darpan Chhaya several times. This is unspecific time. This is an unspecific time. If you would say, I have seen the movie darpan chhaya for 5 times, that would be a specific time which should be avoided while making the use of present perfect tense in a sentence. So let's look at another example. They have traveled to Girantor. So they have traveled. This is a present perfect form to Girantor. We have not used any time expressions here. So now I'll list some of the situations where you can use the present perfect tense. The first case, you can use I'll write a short form of present perfect tense. I choose it to be the PPT. It means the present perfect form. The present perfect tense can use present perfect tense to describe your experience. Experience. So let me take an example. I have been to Girantor several times. This is describing your experience. Another case where you can use the present perfect continuous tense is when you mention change that has happened over a period of time. So here you can use present perfect tense to mention the change that has happened over a period of time. For example, my English has really improved since I watched the English learning videos. So this is a change that has happened over a period of time, that your English has improved since you started watching the learning videos. You can also make the use of present perfect tense to list your accomplishments. So can use PPT to list the accomplishments. Here, the accomplishments could be individual or a group accomplishment. For example, doctors have cured many fatal diseases. So this is an accomplishment that doctors have cured so many fatal diseases by now. Another individual accomplishment could be man has walked on the moon. So here we use this sentence structures show the use of present perfect tense. Has walked, have cured, has improved, have been. These are the present perfect tense. Now we'll look at how to use time expression with the present perfect tense. I'll walk you through to the time expression with present perfect. So in the previous slide, I told you that we do not use the specific time expression, whereas now I am going through time expression with present perfect. So here the time expression is not the specific time, but it's an uncertain time. Time here is not specified. We just use some point of time in our lives before now. We are using some point of time. You don't know when, but you certainly know that it's before now. So it's before, it has happened in the past, but you don't know when. You don't exactly know the point of time. So this is unspecified. Time expression is unspecified. Here is an example. My pencil has lost 3 times this week. My pencil has lost 3 times. My pencil has lost 3 times so far. So you don't know when, you just know that your pencil has lost 3 times till now. So you don't know the exact point of time, but here you can see the use of, we are making the use of so far, which is a time expression. So there may be some questions about what are the time expressions that we can use. So here are some. I'll list it for you. In the last year, so far, up to now, etc. In the last year and last year are 2 different things. Note that in the last year and last year differ in meaning. Though they seem very similar, in the last year means the year before now. Year before now. Which means if we are in 2016, last year means 2015. However, in the last year means a year ago until now. It does not mean the immediate last year. It just means a year ago until now. I'll explain it to you by giving an example. Sita went to Kathmandu last year. Meaning that Sita went to Kathmandu in 2015. If we are in 2016 and we hear this statement, we can immediately say that Sita had been to Kathmandu in 2015. But if we have another sentence saying Sita has been to Kathmandu in the last year, the meaning is different. It means Sita has been to Kathmandu at least once at some point between 365 days ago and now. So it does not mean 2015, but it means some point of time between a year, that's 365 days ago, a year ago, and now. So this could be a tricky one, the use of last year and in the last year. So please remember to use it properly. Last year means last year, immediately the last year, meaning 2015 if 2016, could be 2010 if it is 2011 now. So last year, and in the last year means a point of time between a year ago and now. So these are the ways we can use simple present tense. We can use the present tense. These are the ways we can use present tense. And while describing an object or a place, we talk about present. So while writing any sentence, please keep in mind about these forms of present tense. There are examples in our book in the study time about how fruits taste the best. So there we can see the use of present tense, which definitely should be helpful to you. So I suggest you to go through it once. There are some sentences such as fruit tastes better when we get it ourselves. So this is a kind of fact that a fruit tastes better when we take it ourselves. So, well, I would want you to revisit these slides once more. Let's take 2 more minutes. So here we're talking about, though the topic is about describing an object or a place, we focused more about talking about present, because we believe that if once we know the use of present tense, we can definitely describe an object or a place. So the simple present tense It basically goes with a hobby, a habit, or a daily event. It means simple present tense means something is happening regularly in the present. It's happening right now, at this moment. So for example, I play football. I'm playing football right now. So I play football today. I played football yesterday, and tomorrow I'm going to play it as well. So I'm playing football these days. So it means I play football because it's happening regularly in the present. Akankshya often record classes for grade 9. I record class for you, so I often record it. That's why it's happening in the present. We use the simple present tense for it. Present continuous tense. Present continuous tense shows something temporary. For example, something is happening regularly, but today it's not happening because of some reasons. We use the present continuous tense. For example, I usually go to school, but today I'm at home and I am not feeling very well. So I usually go to school. Yes, I go to school every day, but today I'm not going to school because I'm not feeling very well. So we are making the use of simple, the present continuous tense here. And we also use it to show something happening at this moment, right now. It's happening. I'm writing, I'm speaking, and you are listening to me. So he is listening, I am speaking. That's something that's happening at this moment. So we use the present continuous tense. And here, like if I say, I'm speaking right now means this second. It can also mean today or this year. It differs and differs to the situation, to the sentence, but it usually means this second, today, this year, this century, this week, anything. Now refers to these phrases. And also we use the present continuous tense to say something in near future is happening. It's about to happen in near future. For example, I am meeting my family after school. I reach home, and as soon as I reach home, I meet my family. And I reach home. When do I reach home? After I finish my school. So I'm meeting my family after school. Another example, he is going to Mangal Bazaar today. So today, in the near future, in the evening maybe, it's day right now, and in the evening he is going to Mangal Bazaar. So we are making the use of present continuous tense. Now the continuous tense can also be used with present perfect form, and that is used to show something started in the past and has continued till now. It happened in the past, but it's still happening, so we use the present continuous tense. For example, she has been eating for the last 20 minutes. For 20 minutes before she was eating, and when I see her right now, she's still eating. So it means that she has been eating for the last 20 minutes. Another example, Akankshya has been recording the classes since October. So it's already November and she's still recording the classes. So I can say that she has been recording the classes since October. It happened in the October and now it's November and she is still recording it. So we use the present perfect continuous tense. We can also use the present perfect continuous tense without stating durations, right? So we can say that I am sleepy, I am tired. Here we do not use any time duration. So we can use present perfect continuous tense, then I am sleepy. And you should notice that it cannot be used with non-continuous verb. For example, have is a non-continuous verb, so you cannot use having. Instead, you should use the form had, as I said earlier. Now we go through the present perfect tense. In this tense, we show an action happened at an unspecified time before the current time. It happened before, but you don't know when. You don't know the exact time. So never use the present perfect tense with specific time expression, just like 2 minutes ago, 1 day before. Avoid that. Avoid the use of yesterday, 1 year ago with the present perfect tense. So avoid phrases like this with the present perfect tense. Make the maximum use of unspecific time. For example, never, ever, already, yet, several times. Example, they have traveled to Kirantor. have traveled to Gironchor. You've not specified the time expression here. You can also write, they have never traveled to Gironchor. This is correct as well. I have seen the movie Darpan Chhaya several times. This is the present perfect continuous tense. Now I have listed some points where you can use the present perfect tense. You can use the present perfect tense to describe your experience. For example, I have been to Gironchor several times. You can also use it to mention change happened over a time. That is, your English was not very good before, but since you've started to watch the videos, you've improved your English. So you're changing over a period of time. You can also use the present perfect tense to list accomplishments. And the time expression with present perfect tense should be unspecified. It shouldn't be specified. It should be some point of time before now, and it shouldn't be pointed, like this point of time. So my pencil has lost 3 times so far. And finally, the difference between in the last year and last year, which is a little bit tricky. Last year means a year before now, and in the last year means a time point between a year ago and now. So by knowing these forms of present tense, you can describe an object and a place. So while describing an object and a place, mention the what is an object, what it looks like, its physical and its working, and the place, the point of time when you went there, and how beautiful was that place, and everything and we have the topic describing an object or a place and talking about present. So we focused more on talking about present today, and by making the use of this, you can easily describe an object or a place. However, if you face any difficulty, don't forget or hesitate to write at learning@deerwalk.edu.np. And also, if you have any queries, any suggestions, comments, please feel free to write to us. Thanks for watching and have a great day.